Okay, I want to thank everybody for coming to our webinar today. We are going to talk about the helpforagingveterans.com website and how to market with, we call it HAV for short, but how to market with Help for Aging Veterans. Some of you are currently already enrolled and on the site, and so you may see a glimpse of yourself today as we kind of go through and show people how well you are showing up. And some of you, or a majority of you who are on this call today, have not signed up yet or are not on the site, but we're going to show you the advantages that the other folks are receiving, and so you might want to sign up yourself. This was designed as a unique and powerful program for home care agencies and assisted living facilities who provide services to aging veterans. My name is Valerie Van Boeven. I'm a registered nurse, and my partner is on the line. This is George Novison. Hi, George.
Hi, Val. Hi, everyone. Welcome.
And we own LTC Expert Publications, and the site is sponsored by Veterans Home Care, LLC, here in St. Louis, and they work nationwide just like we do. So we're going to tell you a little bit about them, but we're going to talk about how to market yourself when it comes to the VA Aid and Attendance Pension Benefit, and specifically with the site Help for Aging Veterans, how that all works. So, George, can you see that my screen has changed? Just want to check before we go too far.
Yes,
okay,
it's
cool.
Working fine.
Awesome. Okay, so a short history of the program we're going to talk about, just kind of catch everybody up to where we are today. I've done some introductions already. George and I are on the line. We probably have some folks from Veterans Home Care who are also going to be in and out, and I'm going to tell you how to get in touch with those folks if you need to talk to them as well. We're going to talk about marketing with the Help for Aging Veterans program, what's happened so far with the internet marketing that we've done, and some new opportunities for folks that are signed up with us that they can use that just comes along with the program that they haven't seen before. And then we'll take questions and answers. So here's how we're going to work the questions and answers. In your little dashboard that you all have on your screen, you have a questions pane, and you can type a question in anytime you want. So my recommendation is that if we come across a subject or something that you have a question about, go ahead and type it in, because at the end of the webinar, I'm going to take questions. And I will go through and read off the questions and answer every single question that you guys type in. So don't wait till the end, because you'll kind of be in line. So I'll take the first question and just kind of go through. It's a first come, first serve. And we do get a lot of questions, and that's actually a really good part of the webinar is the Q&A, because people ask questions that are probably on everybody else's mind too, and so we want to hear from you. Having said all that, let's kind of get started here. So this is a short history of what kind of happened. LTC Expert Publications, for those of you who don't know us very well, we are probably, I would say we are, the leading internet visibility and lead provider for home care and assisted living on a individual basis. In other words, we don't generate thousands of leads and then parse them out, but we have folks that come to us because they have no internet presence or they have a very poor one and they need some help with that so they can get more clients. And that's what we do all day long. We develop websites and lead programs and things like that for companies, home care agencies, individually owned and operated, and assisted living facilities and other senior service providers that come our way. But that's what we do all the time. So we decided that we definitely wanted to have what we call an authority site on VA Aid and Attendance Pension Benefit, because we know how important that is for veterans, and we know that that many of them, even though there are a lot of VA Aid and Attendance Pension Benefit websites out there currently, including the VA has lots of information. Sometimes it's confusing, or the website has lots of good information but doesn't partner the home care agencies, assisted living facilities, or the consumer with someone that can help them get that application process started, completed, followed up, managed, and all that. So we developed the website, and then Veterans Home Care LLC decided that they wanted to sponsor the website because they work nationwide and do a fabulous job of helping consumers get through that application process so they can start receiving benefits or getting their benefits paid for home care and assisted living. So they became our sponsor. They're a wonderful organization, and they've helped more than 5,000 people over the last few years, and they do a great job. So, and they can help folks pretty much nationwide. So that's the short history of how this all came together. The website is now pretty huge. This is just a screenshot of the website, so if you've never seen it before, this is Help for Aging Veterans. This is just the top half of the homepage. You can search for care by state. There's stuff on how to pay for veterans care, aid and attendance. There's a place for providers to sign up to be part of the website. You can see veterans home care over on the left-hand side. And then we have some featured providers in the middle. And I'm going to go to the website live before this is over so that you all can see how people are featured and what that looks like. But this is kind of a screenshot of what it looks like today. And Veterans Home Care LLC chose to work with LTC Expert Publications, the leader in local search marketing for the home care industry and assisted living. And for more information, here's my recommendation. To be listed on the website is one thing, and to do marketing through the website. That's anybody can do that. If you want to know more about the VA aid and attendance pension benefit and how people can get that application process started, how you can provide home care, and in most states, not all, but most states, get it paid for the family while they're waiting for their application to be in process, then you need to talk to Nancy Goldstein at Veterans Home Care, and you can reach her by calling her at 888-808-4290. You can see that that number is also on the website, helpforagingveterans.com, but you can ask for Nancy, and she's going to probably be the best resource. She may put you, match you up with someone who works with folks specifically in your area, but she's the first stop on that journey to get signed up with, if you want to get signed up with Veterans Home Care. And it's free to sign up with them to have them help your clients get through that application process. It doesn't cost you anything out of your pocket up front. Okay, so the benefits of the website, helpforagingveterans.com. Better communication equals more leads for your home care agency or assisted living facility, and better visibility, which is what we're going to concentrate on today, equals more veterans and families that get home care or assisted living help. So the benefits of the program are that you are more visible on the internet than you've ever been, probably. And I'm going to show you exactly what that looks like. And we're so pleased to have this kind of result. So the definition of the program is that this is a national website designed to provide high-level visibility for participating home care agencies, assisted living providers, and other senior service providers in their local area. We even have some audiologists that are on the website, and other senior service providers. So this is not limited to just home care. It's for assisted living, and it's also for folks who may not be, a person that you may be a senior service provider who supports veterans and wants to do more for aging veterans, but the VA aid and attendance pension benefit's not going to pay for your services. Like, I can think of, the audiologists are probably a good example of that. But so it's for any senior service provider, really, but the majority of folks that are going to sign up on the site are home care or assisted living, and that's kind of what we're shooting for. So when you're talking about more visibility, you have to understand that there are certain keyword phrases that consumers type in on Google, being the biggest search engine that we have. There's certain keyword phrases that people type in to find help. And so what I did was I took a snapshot of some of those keyword phrases. This isn't certainly everything. That list could go on and on and on. But here's a snapshot of some of the things that people type in when they're looking for help. And I want you to concentrate on, I just picked 4 kind of in the middle. And what you can see here is that, for instance, for assisted living for veterans, gets 5,400 monthly searches globally, and locally, meaning local to their area, 5,400 searches. Veterans Home Care gets 4,400 searches, and locally about 3,600 searches. So for these 4 keywords in phrases in green here, people search on them anywhere from 3,600 times to 5,400 times a month. So there's lots and lots of searches going on, and you can see that there's even more searches for VA aid and attendance aid and attendance VA, assisted living for veterans, veterans assisted living, and this data comes straight from Google. And so this gives us a good indication of what we want our folks who are listed on our site to show up for. And that's why this is much more than just a directory listing. This is not just you pay your money and you get a blip on our website. This is a very big, time-intensive project for anyone who signs up, not on your part, but on our part. We have lots and lots of parts and pieces we have to put together to get you on the site and get you the visibility you want. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. Remember these 4 keyword phrases: assisted living for veterans, veterans home care, in-home care for veterans, and home care for veterans. Now, keep in mind, too, this website has only been live since, George, what is September, wasn't September 30th our cutoff date for the charter membership? Was it August 30th or September 30th? I think it was September 30th.
Oh, it was mid-September when we started it, but it wasn't in full force till the end of the month.
Right. So we started down the path of this website was live in September. Our charter rates went through the 30th. So some of these folks haven't even been live for a month. Remember that when you're looking at these results. So what we want to know is who shows up on page 1 for some of those keyword phrases I just showed you. So if you look at the top of my screen, you can see it says assisted living for veterans in Placerville, California. Now, anything in California is a pretty tough market to get on the first page for. But if you look at the places where I just circled there with the yellow, or I put a box around the yellow highlighter and the arrows, Sunshine Manor in Placerville, California shows up on the first page of Google for assisted living for veterans in Placerville, California. So assisted living for veterans is one of those keyword phrases that people type in somewhere around 3,600 times a month locally. So if someone is looking for assisted living in Placerville, California for a veteran, they're going to see Sunshine Manor first. Now, above that, of course, is our website, and you can see that our website shows up there as well. This one is assisted living for veterans in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. We have a client there, so I went on, did a search to see if they would show up on page 1. They sure did. The Bridges at Bent Creek Senior Living are on page 1 for that keyword phrase. And this one, I typed in, looks like assisted living San Antonio, assisted living for veterans in San Antonio, Texas, and there's Autumn Grove Cottage. They signed up, and they are on here twice, actually, for assisted living in San Antonio, for veterans in San Antonio. This one is home care, is another keyword phrase that I had highlighted, home care for veterans in Buffalo, New York. If I type that in, then there you see Home Assist Senior Care of Buffalo, New York is helping veterans, and that's from this website as well. I'm going to show you why all this happened and why these folks are on the first page of Google for any search related to aging veterans. Here's another one, home care for veterans in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Here's Family Matters in-home care, first page of Google. Home care for veterans in Long Beach, California. There's Oxford Healthcare at the top of page 1 there. Home care for veterans in Walnut Creek, California. There's the folks that have signed up, Hillendale Home Care of Walnut Creek. And here is, let's see, what did we type in here? This is San Diego, and this is a killer one because I don't know any of you who have ever, if you are a home care agency or assisted living facility in San Diego, it is nearly impossible to show up on page 1 because there's a home care agency, it seems like, on every street corner. So, but there are 2 folks that actually signed up. 2 of the 3 or so folks that have signed up for us, with us, are now on the first page of Google for home care for veterans and home care for veterans San Diego, California. Well, you know there's a lot of veterans there because they have that big naval base and all kinds of stuff goes on in California and San Diego. So to be on the first page in San Diego for home care for veterans is phenomenal. So we have Western Health Home Care and Accredited Home Care both showing up first, on the first page, I should say. And then in San Jose, we have Interim Healthcare of San Jose showing up on the first page of Google. For Sarasota, Florida, we have Comfort Keepers in Sarasota showing up multiple times, not only our website, but their website as well. And I should clarify that that's because they are a client of ours. And so we put, we interconnect their website and this website so that they have an opportunity to show up multiple times on the first page of Google, and sure enough, they do. Here are, you would think Boston would be very hard to show up on the first page for, and it is. But here are two people that are showing up right at home north of Boston, Massachusetts, and 24 Hours Care of Boston, both on the first page for home care for veterans. And then in-home care for veterans, this is another keyword phrase, and I just did one of these, but in-home care for veterans is another keyword phrase that people type in a lot. And here's our Comfort Keepers folks, again, in Sarasota, showing up on the first page for in-home care for veterans. So how did we do all this? And this is just, I mean, I showed you a lot of slides just now, but this is just a sample of what we actually have, you know, that's on page one. Almost everybody's got a page one placement for one of those keyword phrases. It just, I could go on and on and on about it. But, and I'm going to show you some examples here. But the first thing we did was we took all of the home care agencies or the assisted living facilities information. We completely search engine optimize the pages for each agency or assisted living facility. Let me change the page here. So this is what that looks like. When you sign up to be on the website, you get 2 or 3 pages that look just like this. And this is one example. So this is A+ Home Health Care provides care for aging veterans in Palm Beach County, Florida. And they got, you know, a full page. Now, if you look at the left-hand side of the page, if you look at that, it says Home Care, Palm Beach County, Florida, top left-hand side. There's a direct link right to their website, their address, their phone number really big, their service area is listed. And then on the right-hand side, now this is cut off a little bit because this is just a screenshot, folks, so their logo really does show up all the way. But on the right-hand side, you can see their logo, an article that they submitted, which I'm going to show you here in a second, and then some of their experience and stuff that they do. And this web page is pretty long. Underneath this web page, at the bottom of the page, which you can't see right now, but I'll show you in a second, is a form that people can fill out. So they can either pick up the phone and call, because the phone number's right there, or they can scroll to the bottom and fill out a form, and that form will go straight to a representative of A+ Home Care, Home Health Care. So everything leads back to A+ Home Health Care. We want A+ to get leads. We want A+ to have visibility. We want A+ to be the folks that people choose when it comes to, in this area, for, you know, veterans. So the next way we do it are through articles that are completely unique and search engine optimized. So unique is a keyword here that you want to remember, and search engine optimized. So here's one of the articles that the folks at A+ Home Health Care have submitted. Trained and understanding caregivers offer specialized assistance to veterans. So they wrote an article that is unique in content, and they submitted it to us, and we put it up there. And you can see, again, even on this page that's an article, on the left-hand side and on the right-hand side, it's all about A+ Home Health Care. It's not about anybody else. There are no other ads, nothing else going on here. It's all about them. So they're not getting distracted, or the consumer's not getting distracted with advertisements from other home care agencies or anything of that nature. It's all about A+. This is their article. They wrote it. We posted it for them. And the next way is that we use testimonials that are completely unique and search engine optimized. So you can see Ally Senior Care in Visalia or Bakersfield, near Bakersfield. They sent in this is a screenshot again, so the bottom of it's cut off a little bit. They sent in 4 unique testimonials so far. That means these testimonials aren't anywhere else on the internet. And you can see on the right-hand side of the page, this is one of their testimonials they sent in. It doesn't have to be long. It doesn't have to be a dissertation. It can be short. But on the right-hand side, you can see all 4 testimonials that folks sent in for Ally, or Ally sent in. So this is a great way to get really good content and show up in your area. So I guarantee you, if you did a search for Veterans Home Care, Bakersfield, California, and I didn't even do this search, or Visalia, you probably are going to see Ally Senior Care on the home page. On the first page of Google there. I didn't even try it. But at the bottom, under that man's picture, it says Ally Senior Care, Bakersfield, California. Enter your information below to speak with our caring staff. So people can pick up the phone and call them, or they can fill out that form, which is cut off because it's a screenshot. But it's a really good way to get extra visibility, and nothing speaks louder than the voice of a testimonial. So please, please, please remember when you're participating with us to send in those testimonials, send in those articles, and you will have exceptional visibility in your local area. We also write press releases. And for the folks who, now not everybody has received their press release yet, and I know this, but for the folks that participate with us, we send you a press release that you can post. You can send it to your local media. You can send it to your local online media. You can use it on PR Web. You can do whatever you want with it. You can put it on your own website. We give you some examples and samples of what other people have done. This is just one of those press releases. We also posted it on this website for our clients so they would have an additional sort of article, and you can see that that's worked very well. So these are things that we do for folks, and we don't expect you to write them. We write them for you. We put all the pertinent information in it and links to your profile page and all that. So we send it to you in a Word document, and then we post it on Help for Aging Veterans for you. You can post it on your own website or wherever you want. It's yours to keep and yours to use as you wish. So for those of you who are already enrolled or thinking about enrolling, this is how you get the most out of your membership. And in all of these things, the testimonials, the articles, the press releases, all of that stuff matters today. Content is where it's at for Google. They want good quality content. So I want to show you this. I put together a custom flyer, and actually when I get done with this PowerPoint here, I'm going to go live and show you the real thing in a Word document. We've created this in a Word document and a PDF, so folks can hand it out if they want, use it as a flyer. It's not a big deal, but it is a nice handout, especially if you're at a senior fair or if you're going to be talking to someone, a new referral source, or whatever. You can hand this out, and it can have your information on it, not ours. They can see you on the Help for Aging Veterans site, but you can put your sticker, your business card, your advertisement. I left room at the top and at the bottom for that, so and we can customize these for anybody who wants them customized. And we also have various badges for your websites. None of this is mandatory. You do not have to use any of this stuff. But if you wanted something on your website small, this is kind of blown up really big, but we have some really small squares and we have some really small banners. If you want something that you can have your web designer add to your website that links to your profile page, you're welcome to them. It just signifies that you are in touch with the needs of aging veterans in your local area. If you're on our website, you are more than welcome to use one of these. Again, it's not mandatory. It's just something that we have that we will pass on to you for marketing purposes, and you can use it. And that may be the decision that somebody makes because you are in touch with the needs of veterans, that they choose you over someone else. So in order to submit testimonials, and we'll send out a email about this again, so you don't have to remember this right here. You go to helpforagingveterans.com/submit testimonials. Again, in just a minute, I'm going to go live to the website and show you some of these things. If you want to submit articles, you go to helpforagingveterans.com/submit-article. It's that easy. If you want us to write an article for you because you're too busy, and I understand that, we will write an article for you that is unique and professionally written, and the cost is $30. That's completely optional. You do not have to have that done if you don't want to, but we would certainly like to see you have as much content as you want on this website. And if you want to have it written for you, it's $30 per article. So I'm going to come back to this slide in just a second. Right now I'm going to hit escape, and I'm going to go straight to the internet. This is the website live. And George, can you see this, my screen still?
Yes, I can.
Okay, great. So if you look at the home page of the website, there's a couple of things I want to point out to you. Every time a new provider comes on board, they become a featured provider for some length of time. So this Home Helpers Home Care in Virginia Beach, Virginia, they are one of the latest people to come on board, so they are on the first page. And also I want you to know that there are some of these folks out there who do not have a website. Now, I would never recommend that in a million years. I think everybody should have a website because that's what we do. But if you wanted to do this without having a website, you certainly can. So a couple of these are examples of that. And then if you turn in a testimonial, if you submit testimonials, we make those testimonials featured too, so that people can see that your testimonial is on the homepage for a while. When you turn in an article, over here on the right-hand side, your article is sometimes featured. So you will see that there are featured articles over here from some of our folks. This helps you get more visibility. So let's go to, let's see. Also, everybody gets an expert author profile page. So I'm just going to click on that to show you what that looks like. Everybody gets a second page on this website that is talks about them as an expert author, because what we hope is that everybody is going to turn in articles. So you can see here's our audiologist. We've got all kinds of folks who are featured experts and authors. When people are searching for care, you can see this drop down. They can search for care by state. So if I go to Florida, you can see some of our Florida providers. You can see A+ Home Health Care. You can see Bright Star. You can see Hospitals Without Walls, Accessible Home Health Care, Companions Plus. There's our Fresh Hearing Person, Seniors Helping Seniors of Fort Myers, Seniors Helping Seniors of Boca Raton, Seniors Helping Seniors of Northport, and A Moment's Notice Home Care. So lots and lots of providers in our system here. So you can look at any of the states listed and see providers and see what their stuff looks like. Also, just so you know, we are going to start, we do send out a weekly newsletter, it's about weekly, for professionals. So we tell you who's been submitting content, anything that's the newest, latest, and greatest thing. So we do send that out to anybody who's already signed up with us, as for the professionals who are signed up. But we also have a monthly newsletter that's right here for anybody who wants to sign up. And that newsletter is going to highlight and feature all the people that are part of our system. So if you want to get that newsletter and see who's part of our system, or if you want to be featured in that newsletter, all you have to do is sign up right here. And if you're one of our folks, you'll be in that newsletter. And so to sign up, if you want to do that, there are 2 ways to sign up if you haven't done it already. You go to the For Providers page right here, Providers sign up here, and on the right-hand side, you have 2 ways to pay. It's $295 for a full year, but if you think that's a little too steep or that's a big chunk out of your pocketbook, you can also go to option 2, which is the same thing. You can pay a $99 setup fee and then $19.95 a month for 1 year. So you're welcome to pay either way. Just click on one of these links and it'll take you right to the payment page. Once you pay, then you're taken to a page that asks you to enter all your information for us, and then boom, we put your page up within about 7 days. So, and we let you know, we communicate with you the whole way through. So I would encourage anybody who wants to serve seniors or wants to market to them to do this. Now back to our flyer that I was talking about. Here's the finished version of the flyer. Now it is not super duper fancy dancy, but if you put, and I'll take off this place where it says put your sticker or phone here. If you want us to customize it, we will with your information. And see at the bottom here, I left a bunch of space at the bottom for your information if you want. This flyer isn't going to say a whole lot because you can't get into any details. But what you can do is just hand this out at any fair that you might go to, any referral source you might want to hand it to. You can give it to them, and they will remember that you are a person or an organization that understands the needs of aging veterans and can help them find ways to afford private home care or assisted living. So this is a great leave behind or a great thing to even put in a packet when you're opening a new case. You might have a veteran and don't even know it. So this is one of the things. And then, of course, the other stuff are the badges that we have. We can email those out to anybody who wants one in any size you want. And you can have your webmaster put it on your website for you, and we'll send you the link that it should link to, so you're getting the credit. It's linking right to your profile. So the next steps for everybody, if you're not a member, you should sign up, get started with us. If you're already a member, I want you to submit those testimonials, submit those articles. If you're not sure what to do or you need help, you just need to ask. And you can contact me directly if you need to, or go through our help desk if you already know how to do that. If anyone has any questions, I'm about to take questions, so now's the time to write in your questions. And we have so many people on the line that I'm not going to open up the lines because it would be too loud and too busy and crazy, but I will take as many questions as you have. So what I want you to do now is go to that pane, that little discussion pane or that little dashboard that you have, and start typing in your questions about this program. And we can answer just about anything, and if we don't know the answer, we'll certainly point you in the right direction. So what I want you to do is type in the question on your questions pane, and we'll go ahead and start taking questions. With that, is there anything that I missed, George, that I didn't go over or I didn't cover?
No, I think that was pretty complete. Can't think of any more things. I think let's go to the questions.
Sure. Okay, so this is a question from Ragu. It says, can you talk about leads? How many per month on average are there cars per lead? I guess cost per lead maybe is what you're asking. So the answer is this. How many leads you're going to receive? Now, some people have already started receiving leads. But I can't, the website is so new that I don't know how many you should expect. I also don't know where you are. But I would hope that you would get a couple a month. I can't say that for sure. I can't make that, a guarantee at all. But the real issue is here, the only opportunity you're going to have to get leads is to get on the first page of Google and be there when someone's looking for a home care or assisted living for a veteran. And if you're there, then they're going to click on your website or on your link, and then they're going to read more about you on our website. And your phone number and your information is there so that folks can contact you right away. So I have seen leads go through the system. Again, this website is not even quite a month old, and we're already getting excellent results. So we don't charge for leads, by the way. Just so you know, when you pay your fee, you pay your annual fee, that's it. There is nothing else unless you go with the $19.95 a month, of course, and it's $19.95 a month. But we're just spreading the $2.95 over, 12 months so that it's easier to afford. But if you get a lead, that's yours. We don't want anything from it. We don't charge for it. We don't make any guarantees that you're going to get any, but we also don't charge you for that. That's up to you to handle after that and take care of. And we're glad. We're happy. We want you to get those. There is the next question is, there is an annual fee of $295. Can we expect an increase in the fee annually? George, can you speak to that? I don't think we're going to increase it any further than that, but I guess I can't make any blanket statements, but I don't think so. Do you have a better answer than I don't think so?
No, we have a tradition that we don't increase prices. Sometimes if we increase functionality or do new things with the website that are above and beyond what we're doing now, it might be optional for a person to participate, but our company has always tried to keep whatever price we offer at something as long as we possibly can in the future at the same price. So we don't envision increasing the basic fee to participate in the services that Valerie explained today.
Thank you. That is a good answer. I don't think we're going to make any increases. That's really not, it really is our tradition, is to not increase. Whoops, let's go back one. And not to increase fees. So you can expect that would be a normal annual fee. Okay, so how do you contact Veterans Home Care if you want to become a part of their network? Now remember, this isn't necessarily the website. This is actually if you want to talk to Veterans Home Care and you want them to help you and your clients afford home care and get that VA aid and attendance pension benefit application and all that done quickly. I'm going to go back to that slide so that you guys can see it. Whoops, I missed it here. Okay, here it is. If you want to talk to someone at Veterans Home Care, I'm going to recommend that you talk to Nancy Goldstein, and this is for home care agencies. So if you're a home care agency and you want to get in touch with someone at Veterans Home Care, the best person to talk to, she might assign you to someone who works with folks in your local area, but Nancy Goldstein is the person I would initially recommend that you talk to, and she's at 888-808-4290. 888-808-4290, and that number is also at the top of the Help for Aging Veterans website. So anytime you go there, you'll be able to see the number, but just remember Nancy's a good person to talk to if you want to get in touch with somebody. Let's see here. What type of results have the initial home care companies gotten in terms of lead generation? I'll say this again, David. It's a month old, so we don't know what the typical results will be until we're probably up and running for 6 months. But we can say that people have had some leads come through. We know the Veterans Home Care has had some direct leads come to them. So we see every form that comes through the system, and we know that it's happening, but there's no point of reference for how regular that's going to happen or how regularly that'll be going on, because the website simply hasn't been live long enough to know. But we know people are on the first page of Google, which is fabulous in such a short period of time. Does your organization also track reimbursements, trends, and current reimbursement policy regarding home health care for veterans? Gordon, no, we do not. We do not track trends. You might be able to talk to Nancy Goldstein about that, or someone at Veterans Home Care. The owners are Howard and Bonnie Laterman. You can talk to them as well. But we run the website. We make sure the website is visible. We do everything we can to make the people on the website visible so that they're getting leads. Veterans Home Care has more data about the actual, what happens with the VA aid and attendance pension benefit, Gordon, so you might want to talk to them. I'm a new startup looking to be up and running by the 1st of December. Does it make sense for me to sign up now, or should I sign up in December? Also, I'm pending licensure for the state of Maryland, so when I get started, I'll be doing only companion care, not personal. So does it make more sense for me to sign up when I obtain my license? Stacy, this is for private duty, non-medical home care. This is for home health care. This is for medical and non-medical. So you can sign up anytime you want. Just know that if you sign up, there is a chance that you may be getting a call before December. I'm not saying that that will definitely happen, but it could happen. So if you definitely don't want to take on a new client before December 1st, then you might want to wait till, say, the middle of November, maybe 2 more weeks or so, because it'll take us a little time to get you live. If you're okay with that and you just want to let your pages marinate a little bit and let them get some position on the first page and you're okay with that risk, or if you do get a form or a phone call, you can always tell them that you don't open until December 1. But it's up to you, really. I think you could do it either way. Let's see. Good afternoon, Valerie. I had the pleasure of speaking with George the other day, and while we are a startup company, I'm interested in learning a little more about the startup cost page that you just went over for the $19.95. Sorry I didn't get finished. As in, how do we sign up for that amount, and where do we go? Well, Natasha, you go to helpforagingveterans.com. You go to this page that says Providers Sign Up Here, and on that page, you will see on the right-hand side there are 2 options. Can you see my screen, George?
Yep, yes, I can.
Okay, just making sure I'm not crazy. So right here on the right-hand side, you can see pay a one-time fee of $2.95, and then right below it is option 2. You can pay a one-time setup fee of $99 and then $19.95 per month ongoing for 1 year. Easier on the cash flow, same benefits. So you can click right down there, and you can start with that option if you like, and you can keep that option for as long as you want. It's completely up to you. So that's how you sign up. You go to helpforagingveterans.com, and then you go to Providers Sign Up Here. And that's all you have to do. And you pay your bill, and you're ready to go. Okay. Are there any credentialing requirements to provide home care to veterans? Susan Hogue. Susan, I don't believe there are any major credentialing. I'm sure that, wait, let me back up. I'm not the right person to answer that question. Howard Laterman would be the right person to answer that question, or Bonnie, or Nancy Goldstein. But my understanding is, and I don't take this as the Bible because I certainly don't, I'm not the one to ask, but I believe you have to be an agency in good standing, and I don't think you have to be a licensed agency. I know that some states don't require licensure. You definitely need to talk to someone at Veterans Home Care, but you do have to be an agency of some kind. It can be just personal care. It can be just companion care. It can be non-medical. That's fine. Or it can be home health care. But I don't if there's any other requirements beyond that, you'll have to ask the folks at Veterans Home Care about that. And they would be happy to answer your question. You can call them at 888-808-4290, 888-808-4290, and ask for Nancy Goldstein. Is there a place on the site to look up other senior services listed by category? Annette Fisher. You know, Annette, that's a good question. And so far, other than our audiologist, we've had a couple people express interest in being on the site, but we don't have anybody necessarily outside of home care or assisted living on the site. However, as folks start to sign up, that's going to be something we're going to have to do. So right now, everybody's listed under search for care by state. However, the next drop down that we're going to have is by category. So we're going to have hearing aids, we're going to have assisted living, we're going to have home care, we're going to have you know, anything else that senior service providers want will be in that next drop down right next to search for care by state. So yes, we will have that functionality. It's just that right now we don't have enough of those folks to warrant having a drop down. But as more people start to sign up, it'll absolutely happen. But thank you for asking. You can always still be featured on the site for whatever your, so for instance, I just put the audiologist up on the site, but my guess is that when people are looking for veteran services for hearing aids or for audiology or audiologists, they're going to find her first in Miami, and she's in a very competitive market, but that's what we'll be doing. What about liability for people that need financial planning to get the benefit? Who will do the financial planning? Well, Ron, right now we don't put any of the financial planners on our Help for Aging Veterans website. That's something that the sponsors and us, the owners, have to talk about. I would refer you to Howard and Bonnie Laterman, because having dealt with the VA aid and attendance pension benefit and all the ins and outs and all the things that happen or can happen with that, they are the experts. And I know there's all kinds of, you know, people who have assets, people who don't have assets, and things that can be done and all this. And I know there are lots of great financial planners out there that can help veterans who don't qualify get them into a position where they do qualify. But for our purposes on this website right now, we are only talking about actual senior care providers. If someone needs financial planning, I'm sure that Howard and Bonnie have some resources, or maybe you could be a resource depending on your conversation with them. So I would recommend calling the 888-808-4290 for anything detailed other than signing up for the website, and they can handle that. Please clarify, is there an annual fee of $295 plus a monthly fee? If there's a monthly fee, what is that amount? Hi, Debbie. No, there is not a monthly fee if you pay the $295. If you pay the $295, all you need is to pay that one annual fee, and then you're all done. If you want to pay the $99 setup fee, because the $295 is too much, you know, for the pocketbook right now, you can pay $99 setup fee and $19.95 per month. There are two different programs. You can see them on my screen. You can pay a one-time annual payment of $295. There is no monthly fee after that. Or option two, you can pay a one-time setup fee of $99 and then pay $19.95 per month ongoing for 1 year. So we have two different options. One is a big lump and one is spread out over a year. Hope that helps. Okay, do we contract with Veterans Home Care? How do they get paid? Why did you contract with them? Okay, so Veterans Home Care is a sponsor of this website because they help aging veterans afford care and help them with the VA aid and attendance pension benefit application, which can be long, cumbersome, and complicated. They do that all day long and have done it for thousands and thousands of families across the country. We partner with them because we know that they have a good reputation and we know that they know what they're doing, and they have offices in 11 states, but they can handle stuff nationwide. And that's the kind of provider we needed, is someone who has a very heavy nationwide presence. You can contract with them if you want. There is no cost to contract with them. There are some additional details that you would want to know about, you know, what happens when someone signs up for, you know, help for with Veterans Home Care, and you're the home care agency. How does everybody get paid, and what all that? And that's a question that you need to ask the Veterans Home Care staff, because they have lots of details and they have these conversations all day long. and it's certainly a choice that you can make. We encourage folks to sign up and choose our sponsor to help their clients with the VA aid and attendance pension benefit. We also understand that some people have other relationships that they're important to them, and that's okay too. But we certainly want you to sign up with our sponsor if it makes sense. Okay, another question. Are there any territory exclusives available? We do not have territory exclusivity. Here's the deal. Let's go back to the key to this, the key to being the best, the home care provider or the assisted living provider or the senior service provider that is most visible in your area is content. So in other words, let's look at this. Let's look at our friends here at Family. Wait a minute, I got to move my little question thing. Family Matters in Home Care. Now recently, Family Matters in Home Care in Grand Rapids, Michigan submitted 2 articles. I can scroll down here a little bit. This is one of their articles. You can see all of their stuff here. You can also see their other article, How to Reduce Stress of Being a Long-Distance Caregiver for Aging Parents in Grand Rapids, Michigan. So the more content you submit, and we don't charge you to submit content. We do not charge you to submit testimonials. You could technically have as many pages on this website as you wanted. Every single time you submit an article or a testimonial, you get an additional page that's all your own. So if you want to win that race of who shows up on the first page of Google and you are very interested in making sure that it's you in Grand Rapids, Michigan, for example, then you want to make sure that you are participating, paying attention, that you're submitting testimonials, submitting articles, and if you don't have time, that you can buy one for $30 anytime you want. You can buy one, you can buy 5, you can, whatever you want, but make sure that you're paying attention to this and really keeping up on it. And when you do that, then you will win positioning on the first page of Google for those veterans home care and veterans assisted living type keyword phrases. That's how you do it. We do not give out exclusivity. Are they allowing insurance agents or reverse mortgages, etc.? We have not made that determination. I think I already answered that a little bit with the financial planning thing. It's not to say that we won't in the future, but that's a conversation that we need to have with ourselves and with our sponsor. And we just haven't had time. The website's a month old, but it's going gangbusters. And of course, we get lawyers and elder law attorneys, insurance agents, reverse mortgage specialists, people all the time that want to be on the website. And right now, we've had to tell them not just yet, but once we are able to have those conversations and decide how we want to really address that, then we will certainly let everybody know. What is your involvement, if any, with the client? From the website perspective, Raghu, we have no involvement with the client. They fill out a form. The form goes right to you. We do not intervene with that. We do not call the client. We do not make contact with them. They get a little, generic, thank you page, and that's it. There is no involvement on our end. If you need help from Veterans Home Care, that's a different story. If you want them to help with the application process or you want them to help with some of the things that go on with the VA aid and attendance pension benefit, then they have tons of involvement with the client because they have to, and that's part of what they do. But that's a conversation you would need to have with them, and you can call them directly. And again, I'll give that number out. It's 888-808-4290 if you want to talk to somebody at Veterans Home Care. If you want to sign up on the website and you want to have a page and have forms and have all that stuff, that's fine. All the leads go straight to you. We do not have any intervention in that. Can veterans get in-home care from this program? Yes, Annette, that's what this is all about. They can get help affording home care and assisted living through the VA aid and attendance pension benefit, and when you are listed on this website, you are supporting them in that. When you're a partner, if you're a home care agency, when you are a partner with or a member of the Veterans Home Care Network, they can help get those applications through the system faster. They can help monitor them. They can help follow up with them, and they do all kinds of stuff. So they're a good partner to have in your back pocket. Anybody else have any questions? And then if not, we're going to call it a day. But if you have a question, now's the time to type it in because we're almost done. I hope everybody knows where to go to sign up. If you haven't, For those of you who are already signed up, I'm going to be emailing you out this little flyer that we've put together and some other things so that you have them for your website. And if you haven't received your press release yet, you'll receive it in the next couple of days. Please type in any final questions that you might have, and I'll be happy to take them now. Anybody else? Last call. Last call for questions. Okay, I think that's it. So thank you, everybody, for attending. Thank you for being on the line with us for this 45 minutes or an hour or so. And we will send this replay out to anyone who missed the webinar. Thank you so much, everybody. Be sure to go ahead and sign up on the website, or if you need to talk to Veterans Home Care, call 1-888-808-4290. And if your provider, ask for Nancy Goldstein. I'm sure she's getting a few calls right now, so just be patient, and she will call you back. Thanks a lot, everybody. Bye-bye.